everyone. So today I'm going to be doing an update to my Korean glitter eyeshadow like collection. I have quite a few of these now. I have about 17 I think. And I just can't get enough of these. I have been using these non-stop. They're just my favorite way to use glitter. They're so mess-free, hassle-free. They look really great and I just can't get enough of these. I feel like whenever I just do regular eyeshadow now, it just looks so boring. So I have been using these a lot and I have tried a few different brands here. I have definitely some that I recommend and some I probably wouldn't recommend, but I will do a quick update and also try to do a color comparison so that you guys can see what colors from different brands are very similar to each other. So if you have one or the other, you don't want to double up and have dupes of each other. And in case you're wondering what color I'm wearing on my eyes right now, I am wearing the Peripera Sugar Twinkle in 3 Carat Diamond. I just have that patted all over like a light lilac shimmer shadow, and yeah, so that is the one that I'm wearing right now. So all the ones I have here, I believe I have shown before on my channel, but this is just kind of like another video so you can see all the colors all together and, you know, just kind of like a one-stop shop if you just want to know what I think about all these different brands. So if you want to know more in depth about some of these particular eyeshadows, I do have videos already dedicated to those, so I would suggest you checking out those if you want to know more about some of these specific colors. Otherwise, this is going to be a very broad video just to show you all of them and just quick comparisons. So I have all 17 of them swatched here on my arm. I'll insert a better clip so you can kind of see these colors a lot better, and I'll also insert clips of what they look like in outside sunlight and also, you know, with my beauty lights and things like that. So the first one is from Peripera. It's the Pearly Night one in the color Midnight. Next is Peripera Sugar Twinkle in the color French Flower. Then is Candy Cane, Kitten Beige, Beige Harmony, Pink Melody, and 3 Carat Diamond. The next one is from Aritaum. It's called the Twinkle Eye Shimmer, and this one's in the color Sparkling Honey. Next is the Missha Jewel Drop eyeshadow in the color Dazzling City. The next ones are from Holika. These are the Magic Inside Glitter Metal eyeshadows. The first one is Burnt Orange, Rose Burst, Fireworks, and Stella Dust. The next two are from Etude House. They're called the Mirror Holic glitter shadows, and the first one is called Starlight Sparkle, and the next one is called Shining Eyes. The next one is from Moly. It's called the Mark Glitter Liquid Eyeshadow. This one is in the color Mystery Flash. And the final one is from the brand Etude. This one is just called their Eye Glitter, and this one's in the color Frozen Space. So all of these, with the exception of the last 2 glitters, are all just one swipe and that's it. I didn't build any of these up to make them look better. The only 2 that I had to kind of build them up to really show you the product was the final 2, the Moly one and then the one from Etude. Those are much more of like a sheer kind of base to it. There's like a clear liquid and you kind of have to build those up a bit to get that glitter effect to look as prominent as the other brands that I have here. Some of them are more of like a sheer base, some have like a full opaque base. They just kind of vary between colors. It's not really so much like one line is all sheer and one line is all opaque. There's a few hit or miss in between, and it's not necessarily like a hit or a miss, just, you know, some of the colors are just different. I truly do like majority of these. If I had to pick, I think there's truly only like 2 of these that I'm not really that big of a fan of and I probably wouldn't buy more of and I wouldn't suggest. So really quickly just going over those, it's the last 2 in my swatch. The first one is from Moly. It's called the Mark Glitter Liquid eyeshadow. This one's in the color Mystery Flash. I believe there's about 3 colors of these. I just don't care for this one. I think the packaging is so adorable and cute. But what I don't like about that is that I feel like it's so hard to get the product out of here, and I feel like you wouldn't be able to like actually get more product out of this once you start running low, just because the way the brush is, it's not very long. You can't really kind of angle it to get into the bottle very well, so I just feel like the packaging of this is not the best for this eyeshadow product, and I also don't care for this eyeshadow as much. It definitely does have a bit of glitter to it, but this is when you have to truly build up and it has more of a sheer base. So this one you're gonna have to do layers of if you want a whole lot of glitter, but if you just want like a tiny little bit of sparkle, then you would maybe like this one more, but I just prefer them to be super solid and opaque and, you know, kind of like a one swipe color, which most of these are more of a one swipe color. So the second one I don't really recommend is from Etude. This is just called the Eye Glitter one. This one's in the color Frozen Space. Again, this one reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay Heavy Metal glitter liner in the color Distortion. It's like that white pearly base with like the blue turquoise kind of green color to it, but then again, this one also has a very clear sheer base to it. So out of my glitter collection, those are my two least favorite. There are a couple, you know, shades here or there that are in my favorites that maybe the overall range is really good, but there might be one or two that's not quite my favorite. But for the most part, I would totally recommend all of these other brands I'm going to be talking about. As far as the prices go, these all range from, I would say, anywhere from about $4 to $10 a piece. Some of these are definitely less expensive than others. I still like these two a lot, but if I had to pick my two least favorite from the Peripera Sugar Twinkle line, I would have to say my two least favorite is the pink one, which is the Pink Melody. This one is actually really pretty and I do wear this one all the time, so it's not even like it's a bad one. It's just a little bit different and not as opaque when it comes to the base of it. You can actually see I've used quite a bit of it. This one is a little bit more sheer, a little bit more of like what I would consider like a flaky kind of glitter one. Not flaky as in like it falls off your face or all over the place or anything like that, but just like it doesn't have a super opaque smooth base to it. But I don't mind that. I think that this one's actually really pretty as well and I use it a lot, but it is one of my kind of like least favorite ones of the line. And then similarly with that, the other one is Beige Harmony. That one, again, it's more of like a sheer kind of base to it. I love the color of it, but it is going to be a little bit more of that flaky, almost a little bit transparent, but otherwise I still really like these and I love the other three in the line. So now quickly I will go through some of these. Again, a lot of these colors are very similar. I only picked about 4 of them that I think that were like super similar, so if you had one, you probably wouldn't need the other one. So the first two that I think are very similar in color tone are these two. The first one is the Peripera Sugar Twinkle eyeshadow in the color French Flower, and the one that I think it's very similar to is the Holika Magic Inside in the color Burnt Orange. I would say that the Sugar Twinkle one is slightly more of like a saturated orangey kind of color, but honestly, these two are so similar. I think that you definitely don't need both. The glitter is a little bit different in color. I would say in the Peripera one, the glitter is slightly more gold, and in the Holika one, the glitter is slightly more silver. But again, you know, it's very similar, and I don't think anyone would notice if you were to wear like one on this eye and one on this eye. No one would even know the difference. The next two similar ones, again, the Peripera Sugar Twinkle one and the Holika one. The Peripera one is called Candy Cane and the Holika one is called Rose Burst. Again, two very similar ones. I would say that the Peripera one, the glitter is a little bit more pronounced than the Holika one, but overall I would say that these are very similar, and the base of this one seems to be just slightly more pigmented than the Holika one. Again, these are so similar you wouldn't really need both of them. Again, the next two are the same pairing. So it's the Peripera Sugar Twinkle and the Holika Magic Inside one. So this one is called Kitten Beige, and then the other one is called Stella Dust. I would say these are pretty much like almost an exact dupe of each other, so you definitely don't need both of these. I would just say pick whichever one is the cheapest if you're like already deciding like you want some of these colors. And I'm just gonna do a quick wipe test. I just have a plain makeup wipe here, and I'm just gonna do one quick swipe. And so you can kind of see that big mess, but you can also see kind of like what glitter stays. So I'm going to do one more. So you can actually see these are not that bad to remove at all. Here is the actual makeup wipe. Yeah, so I would say these are not really bad to remove at all. You are gonna have a little bit of glitter particles on your face, but as far as staining, I have no staining from any of these. Super simple to remove. So those are all of my glitter eyeshadows. Like I mentioned, I honestly can't really say, oh, this one is so much better than that one. I feel like all of the ones that I mentioned that were my favorites, I definitely truly love, and I wouldn't really necessarily like say, oh, this one's better than that one. So there's not really so much of a ranking of, you know, brand to brand for glitter eyeshadows in my opinion. It's really just kind of like, do I like it or do I not? As far as all of these, I find like the formula is very similar, how they wear is very similar. Obviously some of the colors are similar, but pretty much I would just say you can't go wrong with any of the ones that I mentioned that are my favorites. And I would say if you are looking forward to trying some of these glitter eyeshadows, definitely check out some that are the less expensive ones, because I really truly feel like a lot of these are very similar in quality and how they wear and everything like that. I hope this was helpful for seeing like color combinations and seeing like how similar the colors are. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram, link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.